if I did one exercise a day that was giving me the most bang for the buck, this is what we call an arm bar, or in Shelly's case, it's been prescribed as a toothbrush exercise. And what that means is doing it every day, but maybe you do it twice. Maybe that's better for your shoulders health. Watch your little fancy watch there, whether you want to take that on or take that off. That's actually a good segue. If you wear a Whoop, a Garmin, an Apple Watch, whatever you can a lot of times just turn them to the side, but kettlebells are gonna rest on that back side of the wrist. So it takes a little bit to get this wrist perfectly straight up. You want that arm nice and long. This is directly over your shoulder. Bring your left arm all the way over your head. Good, now you're gonna bring this, I'm sorry, that was your right arm. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Good, and then rotate towards your right. And when you get there, first things first, alignment is everything. Get your head nice and long, use that arm as a pillow. And now we want to get this guy straight up to the sky. You can see her shoulders shaking. Once again, it's nice to have the benefit of me kind of forcing that shoulder to go where it belongs. But the whole idea here is, can you use this kind of compromised position to teach this lat and these muscles of the rotator cuff how to stabilize. This has fixed a lot of my issues from growing up playing lots of baseball and playing football and all the jarring and ridiculous things I did to myself in my youth. This has actually fixed most of them. So first time doing this, about 30 seconds in this position. Once again, you can see the shakiness. That's the proprioception. That's those muscles figuring out how much they need to lengthen or tighten. About 30 seconds is probably good on this first round, and neurologically get it to warm up. Come back down nice and slow, decelerate it back this way. Come all the way. All right, you remember the way to safely get this to the other side? So bring this arm up and grab the belt too, and then roll towards me. No, oh God, don't transfer it in front of your face. So, let me show you real quick. If you got it in this left arm, you bring the right arm to do it, and you roll to your left. So you use fetal position. Then you use your hips, and roll it behind your head. That way you don't have to hit yourself in the moneymaker. You get the bottom hand back here, and then you use two hands to help you get it back in the first step. Don't do it across your face, Shelly. You're too pretty for that. All right, other side. Left arm all the way over your head. Both legs start straight. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, and then roll towards your left. Good. First things first is the body nice and long. See how her shoulder's wanting to drift back? That's way behind where it needs to go. This is why doing just a little shoulder check-in with a really talented coach, somebody who can teach you just how to set these things, can add up in your posture and in your training. It's habits like anything else. Can you teach these joints and the right muscles to fire? It's not about always beating them up. Everything we've done in Shelly's stuff will make her stronger by decreasing her chance of injury and helping her access all the strength that she's built up with all of her endurance training. You feel her chest beginning to soften. These muscles of the upper trap are no longer rock hard. The lat is beginning to come on. Make sure this is real strong. So the idea is going to get that arm all the way strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Decelerate back. Come back down. Okay, if you're going to pull it down safely, how would you do it? You would bring that and you would continue to roll this way. That's okay. Now you use your hips to roll around that way. So, there you go. Better. Good, then get your left hand in there. Just figuring it out right in front of our eyes, folks. All right, then use your hips and both hands to help you bring it up. There you go. So you always want to use two hands. Make it easy on yourself. Go ahead and bring the right arm overhead like a pillow. Both legs go all the way long. Left knee comes into your chest. Rotate to your right. Snap, crackle, pop. First things first, get it set. Round 2, we're going to add internal and external rotation. So it takes about 5 or 10 seconds just to get where you need to go. Now she's going to rotate as far as she can. Good, now go back the other way. Every time she gets there, can you keep the shoulder away from the ear, and can these muscles come in? You'll feel a chest stretch, but it's really important to keep the wrist stacked the best that you can, and to keep the arm as long as possible. A lot of us have a hard time extending to the elbow. Keep going. We're going to do about 5 of these each way. establish your posture in the middle again. Good, so just right there. Good, really wake up those muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you safely decelerate it down? Good, use the roll of your hips. Use the second hand, continue to roll to your left. Good, use the fetal position in the hips to help you halo that around your head. Yeah, Shelly can figure this out on a dock. No, she just changed it over in front of her face. We'll edit that out. Don't worry, Shelly. Okay, get your left arm all the way over your head. Hey, no, actually I love it because that's exactly why you do it. Because all it takes is being tired and doing that once and you drop that. That's the only way you're really gonna hurt yourself with this. Okay, so you're in the right position. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Roll to your left. Good, get your arm nice and long. The non-example. Here's what not to do. No, I wouldn't do it. You're an awesome. Now that you got that set going through your internal and external rotation. Keep that arm nice and long. The other thing you can do is as you're getting better at this and more skilled, the more you push this down, and you can even rotate this up a little bit to increase your knee drive. A lot of what we're trying to do is can we improve the relationship from same side hip to shoulder, and then especially opposite side hip to shoulder. Think of what is getting nice and long. The longer that we get as we pull, that hip shortens towards it. It's that shorten and length, shorten and length. It's the same thing with your gait. All right, about 5 of those each way. Safely decelerate. I just want to see what will happen at this point. So come down. No. So keep it long. Okay, roll to your back. Eyes at it. Now bring this hand over. And so now they're friends. Now if you roll your hips and you roll all your weight this way, now it's on the ground. You can just set it down. Get away from it. All right, good job. So let's do your kneeling hinge and have you just face this way. So right leg in front. And first things first, just kind of square through your hips. And we're going to talk about your position. You can use the top. I was just demonstrating. Right leg in front. Yeah, give yourself a little cushion there. Okay, right leg in front, and then this left leg is going to windshield wiper. And so the challenge here is, with the legs kind of 90 degrees, can you square the shoulders and drive through your hips as much as you can? So your game right now is to rock forward, and then you can kind of rest. You can twist whatever way you need to. Let's have you go like this a few times. Raise those arms, kind of warrior one arms. You can rotate back and rest. All right, so the relationship from right shoulder to left hip. Push those hips forward. Push, push, push. Raise that chest from that thoracic spine. Look how long that line gets now. Good, 2 more like that. Rock back. Really drive the hips forward, pull the arms back. Anytime we go overhead, we're going to work on getting those thumbs back. Now this lengthens out as much as we can. Good, rock back. Good, 1 more, come up. All right, now that we got there, stay with the same leg in front, just shake it out. Okay, right arm coming up overhead. Advanced, we're going to do this unloaded. Once again, ideally the thumb is to the back. She's probably going to be somewhere in between. That arm's as long as possible. All right, bringing the left hand to the ground. Drop into the hips, keep the eyes at the weight. Good, then spring all the way up. Good, coming down, keeping the eyes at the weight. Shoulders stay stacked. How close can you get this butt towards that heel? So drop that back. Now use your hips and push into the dock to spring up.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you're okay.
It's just my knee.
Your knee hurts. Nah. I like where your reach was going though. It's freaking getting awesome. I know I didn't bring my fancy brass out to the dock this morning. I'm sorry. Good, reach that hand a little bit farther out. There you go. Good, and then can you keep the tension on the knee right here? And a month ago, what did you think of this exercise, Shelly?
I thought I could not do it.
You thought you couldn't do it. It was kind of like a what the... But now she's doing it pretty well. Hold this next one down. Good, reach that arm out. Push into the ground with that arm. Push into me as hard as you can. Keep rolling that right shoulder back and then breathe again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come up and overhead and square your shoulders towards downtown. Pull that arm behind you. Push your hips forward as much as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it out nice and slow. Good, we'll transition to the other side. We'll start with that little warm up again, rocking through the hips. Adjust the blanket however you need to give yourself as much knee protection. Okay, so this first one, you're just rocking. I think really raising your chest. You see, I'm pushing my knee even over my toes in this position. Can I drive? And a really good stack is when it's just over. That's where I can stand up and I can get a lot of power. There's that shoulder to that hip. Once again, that's why it's so important. Can you gain and hold these in ranges of motion? Then can you add strength and tension to them? Then can you smooth out the transitions, add fluidity to them? All right, outstanding. You're gonna get the bell in your left hand. Windshield that right leg as much as you can. Really focus on keeping the hips forward, shoulders stacked, and then squaring again as you come up. Good, coming down, eyes at the bell. Straight all the way up, square up. Good. And this exercise is really like a major test for me. If you can do this, I trust your back, I trust your shoulders, I trust your hips. Your left leg's dropping back a little bit, push your left knee forward. Yeah, good adjustment. 2 more. Don't let the weight retreat back. Keep it purely to the side. Square your shoulders up, push through those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, pull it down nice and slow. Okay, you're gonna go double knees and we're gonna do halos. Halos is the bell is now upside down. You're going to develop a lot of core strength. The glutes are tight, so they're squeezed forward. The chest is proud, the head is with dignity, rib cage is down. You're going to go to your right as big as you can without moving your head. The inhale, exhale. The inhale is here. Exhale right here. This is a shoulder strength and mobility exercise. That's also a core exercise. Now can she stabilize through her spine and move around her head? Once again, think about a core stroke. It's not only about a core stroke, a swim stroke. It's not only about producing force, it's can you resist force? Can you resist rotation? And that's what she's doing right now. The glutes are tight, the abs are tight, the thoracic spine and the shoulder blades, a lot of places where most of us are very tight, are learning how to work together with that core very tight. I define core strength as your ability to stabilize your spine and move your limbs. Imagine numbers 5 each way, just watch the head a little bit. Good, you got 5 each way. I'll take that from you. Finishing up this little sequence. Not your Egyptian, but you're gonna do that internal rotation. So this the left arm comes in. Rotate that arm as much as you can. Keep the tension out of your neck, the big chest. The right arm is still up. Rotate it back, big chest. Rotate the thumb down. Good, rotate it back up. Rotate the left thumb down. And feel that whole shoulder. Want it to roll. Let it roll. Good, then come back. Come back. Good, one more each way. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Good, both hands out to the side, big chest. Breathe, soften those muscles. Good, reach both arms all the way up. That's a real one. Look how that range of motion's improved. Glutes tight, pull me forward with your rib cage. Wake up those abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your elbows into your sides like you're making a W. So in this W position, take a little bit of a back bend. How much? Not through your head, through your back. Push your hips forward. Lengthen your abs. Let your head fall back. You're heavy. Good, that position's called goddess. Be a freaking goddess. Okay? Extend both arms all the way up, like you're gonna dive into a pool. So now you get those abs real long and you can almost squeeze through the hips Get as long as you can. Pull those shoulder blades back down and come back to the goddess. Good. Rotate those thumbs to the back. Literally think elbows to the side. Trust that head. Lengthen the labs. The labs. Labs. Extend. Breathe. Breathe. Good. All the way back up again. Long, long, long. Keep the rib cage down, but remember, dive into the pool so you can bend forward a little bit from the thoracic spine. There you go. The chin tucks a little bit. Rib cage is down, arms are long. Roll it back into the goddess again. How far can you go on your own? Rotate those thumbs back. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Right leg comes in front. Good. Bring your left arm out to the side. Push into me. Drive through your hips. Take your eyes back over your right shoulder. Breathe. Get that right arm as long as you can with that thumb up. Think about falling back towards that right arm. Lengthen your rib cage a little bit. Keep pushing into me for support. Keep pushing into the dot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. This is what we mean by most stability. We add mobility to these ranges. Now we're adding stability. Switch your foot pattern. Over exaggerating the range a little bit. Right arm coming up. Do you solemnly swear? Good. Tuck that back toe a little bit. So tuck it. So come onto the toe. Good. Push through your hips. Push into me. Eyes looking back over that left shoulder. Hips are driven forward. Feet into the dot. Left arm becomes long. Back over your left thumb. Soften your breath. Good. Rest. How do the shoulders feel, Shelly? Much better. Good. So most of that stuff you can do by yourself. So try it by yourself if you need help. Just a friendly reminder to use these exercises throughout the day, to think of them as movement snacks, to fueling and nourishing yourself, nourishing those shoulders so that you can swim and do whatever you want to do, so you can be a badass every day.